Good evening and welcome everyone here to the 11th season of GTRC WTCC. After a few weeks of a break, we are back. New faces, new teams, new drivers, some familiar faces, and again, no one is defending his number one, and also the team championship will not be defended. Currently we are following Tom Lipscomb on track, who's going into his second privateer season in a row, and this time in a chrome Stone Island Scirocco. In the pit lane we have one of the new faces. We have Clark for the returning FR racing team. His teammate Ridwan Hamza should join us in a while. I think they are in the Audi TT. Let's see, yes, that's the Audi TT. Pretty much looks like a Sevon design. Pretty sure this sideline pattern looks familiar to me. But overall, great design cars. I saw it in the preview. Then we have Will Sutters in the Vodafone Lexus on track, going for the next attempt to finally get a title. As I saw in the check-in that he probably gonna be alone tonight for the rebranded former Inertia Works, now 515 Racing, like his racing number. Bit of an oversteer in the Lexus. Then next new face in the BMW, in a BMW factory livery. We have Joker, know him pretty well from WSR, Porsche Cup, a quick guy. Let's see how he can do in a GR4 League, picked up a penalty. And currently standing in the pits. And again in the Scirocco last season for Project One, the team that is not existing anymore. We have Joe Witt, this time for Phantom S. Then we have Dougie, also new face, privateer in the Hyundai Genesis. Hyundai Genesis championship winning car, I think in season 7. Could have been season 7. Season 7, Aaron Shine won in that car for, oh, not the privateer, for on the Edge Motorsport. So another well-known team. I think they took a break after about 2 seasons. Now they are back in the Hyundai Genesis. Currently quickest on track is Tom Lipscomb. But all the other guys are now on their out lap. We're expecting times around 37s. Were the qualifying times in the previous season. Now it's really hard to judge. A lot of people joining the track, what's causing lags, as you see here. Still purple lap. Getting close to the 37. So, and there we have the championship winning car of the previous season, the Peugeot RZZ. Now Team Spirit picked it and made a beautiful candy cotton pink, light blue livery out of it, with Langstadler, who were in Phantom S in the previous season in the TT, now got promoted to Team Spirit main team. Also Dominik Kubinski, who had his own team with Project One last season, won the team championships together with Joe Witt, but now went back to his roots, to Team Spirit, is now in the main team, also in the RZZ. So definitely guys to watch, were pretty quick last season. Currently 8 drivers so far. Five minutes till we go to the qualifying. Let's have a look into the check-in. We have Room Sereo, he's already in the lobby. Season 9 champion. Currently missing Lucas Wake. The first 37 is set by Clark. So from the check-ins we're missing Hamza and Lucas, I guess. And on privateer's side both are there. Maybe Witchell is on Tentive, and also the second Helix driver with Devil. We're not sure if he can make it on time. Four minutes left till we go to the qualifying. Interlagos, interesting track. The regular season opener for, I think at least, I don't know how many seasons it is. But a brilliant track, a lot of top speed sections, but especially Sector 2 is an absolute tire murderer, and you need definitely good driving abilities. And it seems that Ruben Sereo has problems to join the lobby. We had this last season, but the good thing is for this season we have with Joe Witt a backup host that worked pretty well in the previous season, and Will Sutters with a 37.382, now the fastest guy in the grid. Alexis was pretty fast in the previous seasons around here. Clark is purple in Sector 1. That's quite a surprise, because that is usually the sector you expect the Lexus faster than the Audi TT. All these times are not a big reference, as, like I said, if people join the lobby, it gives them minimal lag, would cost you a few tenths. Definitely a guy to watch. He proved that he is quick with the Scirocco, race winner in the previous season. would start the qualifying now. But we're missing a few guys. But I have no response from Ruben. Let's see if he's back in the lobby, but I haven't seen him join. Yes, Lucas is there. I could quickly check if Ruben is online. Here he is. So we have Lucas in the lobby. Just waiting for any response from Ruben. Otherwise, he gonna miss the qualifying. Okay. Received the message that he's almost in. Yeah, what would be a GTRC season opener without any delay? Gave us a few more impressions on what is possible on track. So maybe you're gonna see even a 36. We have no fuel for the qualifying. Langstadler pretty close to Tom Lipskamp. So close gap, there's Ruben Serreo. And as soon as he's checked in, we're gonna go for Ruben is in. Let's check if everyone is ready. So let's go with the qualifying. 15 minutes qualifying. Tire wear is on. Fuel is off. So I think Team Spirit currently the only team with 2 cars in. Oh no, we have Phantom S also. Let's see who's the first one on track. Might be Kubinski. Yes, it is Kubinski. In the RZZ. Tire mandatories are the same as last season, only softs are allowed. There will be a pit stop, as none of these cars will make it on fuel for all 13 laps. Races are around 20 minutes. Expecting again a lot of close fighting. Reverse grid then for the second race, rolling start. And Dominik will be the first one this season who's going on a hot lap, will set the benchmark for the rest of the guys, followed by Tom Lipskamp, who had a really solid last season. Also, the free practice looked pretty good. Let's see. Some of these guys are aiming for slipstream. Can help, but also dirty air, especially in Sector 2, can be very, very vulnerable, even in GR4 cars. So let's give Kubinski a little on board. Turn 4, very, very important to stay on track. Gives a painful penalty, and Interlagos has an absolute painful penalty burn zone. It's uphill entering the main straight, and you lose so much momentum that half a second penalty will cost you overall about 1.5, maybe 2 seconds, depending on your car. Staying really tight to the apex here. Sector 2 gives a lot of good overtaking opportunities. Now another one off the key corners, last real corner of the circuit. Very, very important to get a clean exit here, to take as much momentum as possible to the main straight. And we're gonna see what the first hot lap is for this season. Staying close to the wall. Kubinski is setting a 1:37.4 as first hot lap. Lipskamp is second slower. Joe Witt currently on P3. Will Sutters on P2. Rayo's 38.9, not a good lap. Might have had a bit of traffic, same for Page. Langstadler taking provisional pole, getting really close to the 36. 37.1. Clark with a 37.4. Oh, this might have been a penalty here for Langstadler. Went a bit wide, but provisional pole for the moment. Yes, half a second penalty. So definitely no improvement for him on this lap. But let's see Clark. We saw in free practice that he's definitely able to do lap times like this. But currently he's 2/10 off. His own PB, so Langstadler absolutely nailed this lap. Kubinski now on P3 and is improving. Really short gaps overall, just Langstadler is a bit far away from them, and then I think Lipskamp, Sereo, Joker and Dougie had some traffic issues. So let's see the sector time for Sector 2 for Clark. Kubinski, another improvement, jumps Clark. Joe Witt now on P2. Sutters also countered Kubinski's lap. Joe Witt backing out in the pits. Ruben Sereo, improvement, but still a second off the pace. And still Langstadler sitting on the provisional pole with almost 2/10 of a gap. The rest is pretty short, less than a tenth between Witt and Sutters. Then less than half a tenth between him and Kubinski, less than half a tenth between him and Clark, and then we have a 4/10 gap to Lucas Wake in the second Scirocco. 7 tenths off. Langstadler at the moment. And as there's no fuel, where that guy's just backing out in the pits, going for fresh tires. Let's see what the only reigning champion in this grid is doing. Is there any improvement? No, 2/10 off. Page is on an improvement. Almost 5/10 quicker than his PB. Let's see if he can get a bit closer to the pack. Crossing the line, 2-second improvement. Getting closer to Joker. Langstadler on his outlap. Well, Joe Witt now has an interesting slipstream with Kubinski. Both have really solid pace they proved last season. So if the dirty air is not affecting him too much in the second sector, he might get good tow to the finish line. 2/10 to find for him. A bit surprised that Clark is currently still sticking on P5. He had brilliant pace in the practice session. Let's see what sector 2 is showing. A little bit off his pace, but now with a good exit he has the tow from Kubinski. Is the slipstream enough to bring him to the pole position? No improvement from Kubinski, and so for Joe Witt. Lost another 2/10 in the final sector. Will Sutter's currently on P3. No improvement in the previous minutes. And Cereo going for another fresh set of tires. 6 minutes left in this qualifying session. See that some of the new guys, at least in the first rounds, have a bit of a problem to stick with the pace. But a solid first sector here for Joker. Brilliant factory design here on his BMW M4. Looks like he's revving the BMW a bit too high. To be quick with that BMW, you need a lot of short shifting. Improvement from Joe Witt, but just not enough to jump Langstadler, who's still sitting in the pole. Let's see if there's an improvement after sector 2. And Clark is now on P2. Joker almost 2/10 off. Let's see if he can find some time on his way to the finish line. And Sereo is, I think, kicked out of lobby. Just not enough to improve. These gaps are insane. Absolutely insane between Langstadler, Clark and Joe Witt. Top 3 an exact 1/10. And Joe Witt is on an improvement. Almost 2/10 quicker than his PB, but not purple. That's interesting. So we know top speed of the RZZ is absolutely brilliant. And it is enough. It is enough to jump to P1. Langstadler is dethroned. Also Lucas Wake with an improvement, jumping Will Sudders. So we have the top 6 in less than 4/10. This is absolutely crazy. Lipscomb waiting for quicker cars to pass, or maybe aiming for a slipstream. Another improvement here from Page. Very shaky here from Joker. Picked up a penalty. Not sure if there was contact between him and Kubinski. Sutters with an improvement, jumped Lucas Wake by 0.003 of a second. It's absolutely insane. But that is definitely what we want to see. It's a big bunch of cars here. I think Joker will not have enough time to set another quick lap. I don't know what Kubinski's plan is, because I think he gave everything to overtake probably slower cars on the main straight. Now he's behind Page, who's I think on his PB 4 seconds slower than him. Has the slipstream. Now it is traffic and there is contact. Is not the smartest move of Kubinski, I have to say. Not just that he's ruining his own lap, so probably he also ruined Page's lap. And Sutters with another improvement. Jumped Langstadler, is now on P3. Langstadler didn't found any pace after his first insane lap. Clark is done with the qualifying, P4 for him. Also Wake P5 for the moment, Kubinski P6. If there's no improvement for him. But I'm pretty sure there isn't. No improvement for him. Lipscomb P7. Joker P8. I think it could be P9 if Sereo can rejoin the lobby. And Joe Witt is securing the first pole of the season. Showed again his insane pace in the Scirocco. But this close gaps is what we want to see. We have top 7 in a second. We have to wait a bit till the timer runs up as Sereo crashed out of the lobby. And again, it will be pretty interesting what these guys are doing with their tires. Because you can change tires, but you don't have to. Interlagos is quite a tough one on tires. But it's kind of a gamble if you go for the same tires and save the 6 seconds in the pits and maybe lose them on track. Or pit for fresh tires, maybe lose a bit positions on track. So currently waiting for Ruben to rejoin, and probably Devil is gonna join. Let me quickly take a screenshot of the results. And Sereo, yes, Sereo was on P8. So, cancel race. And grid set by host. So it will take a while with the grid. So we have Will Sutters on P2, Joe Witt on P3 is P1. Wake, Langstadler, Clark, Wake, Kubinski on P6. Joker, Lipscomb, Sereo, Joker. So apologize again for the little delay. But yeah, we're always looking to have as much cars as possible in the grid. And what we saw in the qualifying seems to guarantee us an absolute brilliant race. With insane close gaps, so the cars and the drivers are on a similar level. No bigger disappointments. I think this is Devil. Probably forgot to change delivery. And Devil joining might spice these things a bit up. Absolute insane driver. Awesome pace. Was in the previous week P9. Global. So he likes GR4s. I know Interlagos is maybe not his favorite track. But can definitely be interesting when he's starting from the back. think he's back. I'm just waiting for him to check in. There he is. Already set him on the back. Waiting for the confirmation that everyone is ready, and then we are finally ready to go for the first race into the season. Well, no one is replying. At least Will, so we're ready to go. So Joe Witt is on pole, followed by Will Sutters. So Sutters might jump Joe Witt on the start. This rear-wheel powered car, the Lexus, should be good enough to jump. Yes, as expected, Will Sutters already in front before the first corner. A little tap here from Clark. But everyone made the first corner so far. Devil with a brilliant start, P8. Also Sereo from 8 to 5. Sutters currently leading. Joe Witt lost one position. Sereo on P4. Looked like 2 or 3 wide maneuver here between Wake and Kubinski. Kubinski lost a bit of a position. Lucas Wake going for the inside of Ruben Sereo. This should be enough for, it is enough for Kubinski to overtake Lucas Wake. See, everyone stayed on track. Page picked up a penalty. Sutters half a second in front of Joe Witt. Slipstream chain off the top 3. Then a little bit of a gap to Ruben Sereo. 1.5 seconds after the first lap, and Kubinski in a slipstream, and this RZZ is an absolute powerhouse on the straights. Sereo covering the inside line. Can Kubinski make it to the outside? Sereo stays in front. Devil currently a bit stuck behind Lipskamp, but this 3-way fight here. Very much to the inside, but Kubinski made it on the straight and is now in front of Ruben Sereo. And this fighting is helping the top 3 at the moment. Sutters is getting more and more pressure, especially in Sector 2 from Joe Witt. If he can make it through the final corner, he should be safe. Lexus should have a bit more top speed. Meanwhile, Devil and Lipskamp are fighting a lot. In his diffuser. But it seems that there's not enough beans in the BMW to get past the Scirocco. Clark dropped really far back. Bad start of the TT, currently in P9. Joker must have had a bit of an incident. Dropped down to P11. And Sutter still on P1, and Joe Witt picked up a penalty. Cerejo went sideways. And Wake is searching for a good spot to make the attack against the BMW. Has now the inside line. This should be enough for him to overtake, but next corner, inside line for the BMW. And Cerejo is back in front of him, so a lot of fighting here. Also here for P10 and P11. Joker against Page. But let's see, Joe Witt will drop massively. Let's see how much time he will lose on Langstadler. Langstadler will definitely overtake him, and maybe Kubinski will do. And Devil spun around. Lost the rear of the car. Cerejo also dropped down to P7. And for whatever reason, we don't know what happened, but Tom Lipskamp is now on P5, now under pressure from Lucas Wake. Looks a bit like there was a little pile-up. And now after the penalty for Joe Witt, Satas is, if you can say that, comfortably leading with the second. Langstadler is following him. And Witt is trying to make his way back to P2. Kubinski is still in striking range. And then the big battle for P5 between Wake, Lipskamp, Clark and Cerejo. Joker and Page still in a close fight here. No penalties for the top four. Let's see what this slipstream battle here. Will there be an attack? It's Scirocco against Scirocco. But no, Wake will definitely stay in front. Clark is not able to go for an attack. Sutters is increasing his lead, while Witt is getting closer to Langstadler. The next question, when will we see the first pit stops? Maybe lap 5, maybe lap 6. If this season no Swift, you could usually do one lap more than the rest. Three wide, and it is Wake who got sanded into the gravel. Did he catch the car? But lost the position against Clark and also Cerejo, and it looked a bit like Clark gave Lipskamp a little tap, who then went into Wake, and Wake lost plenty of positions. And Langstadler is the first and only one out of the top group who's pitting now. Let's see if he's going for fresh rubber or not. 37.033, brilliant fastest lap so far for Will Sutters. It's fresh rubber for Langstadler. Also Page and Joker are pitting. Both in rear-wheel driven cars. They are a bit safer on tires. Let's see. Just refueling for both of them. Sutters now 2 seconds ahead of Joe Witt. I think Sutters definitely will go for fresh rubber. So now we're expecting the leaders in the pits. Lap 6 is the calculated pit window. And Sutters and also Witt are going into the pits. Same for Kubinski, Clark, Lipskamp, Sereo, and also Devil. So everyone is in the pits now. Let's see if we see tire changes. Fresh rubber for Sutters. Fresh rubber also for Joe Witt. Same for Kubinski. Same for Clark. Seems that Sereo is just refueling. Also Devil is just refueling. So the Halex guys in the BMW and especially the rear-wheel powered cars are staying on the old rubber. Sutters, of course, coming back on track in first position. How big is the gap between Langstadler? He lost a bit in the pits. 1.2 seconds just the gap between him and Joe Witt. Witt jumped Langstadler during the pit stop. Kubinski P4, Sereo insane close to him on P5. Clark picked up a half-second penalty. He's now trying to prepare a move against Lipskamp. Looking for the inside line. Missing a bit of the apex. It's a little late on the brake. I think there was no contact. Wake down to P9. No clue what happened to him. Must have had a bigger issue that we missed. And Witt is getting closer to Sutters. So the top three are in an insane close fight. Kubinski on the fresh material against Sereo on one rubber. Sereo not able to get into 37s. Clark also fastest lap so far, 37.5, but he was in the traffic most of the time. Will Sutters increased his gap a bit in the second sector. similar top speed, especially in slipstream. While Langstadler 1.4 seconds are separating the top 3 at the moment. Sereo now with a 37 can stay close to Kubinski, but not get into striking range. Wake is trying to do everything to keep this damage to a minimum. Still, we have to check the replay what happened to him. 17 seconds down on the guy in front of him. Well, Page and Joker still involved into a crazy fight. They are front to rear for the entire race now. Maybe now Joker can go for an overtake attempt. A bit wide here for Page. Joker is looking for the inside line. Can he hold that line? Yes, but next corner is for Page. Brilliant side-by-side racing, and now Joker should have finished his move. Brilliant prepared overtake. Sat has increased his lead to 1.5 seconds now. And Witt is feeling the pressure from Langstadler. Langstadler is back on his rear. Half a second are separating these two. And now, as Witt is out of slipstream range of Will Sutters, Langstadler could take advantage on the straight. In this final part of the second sector, Witt was 3/10 quicker. And Langstadler is not gaining. Lose a car? Not sure. Maybe it's just Wake that are missing a front. Kubinski finally got rid of Sereo. Yeah, now he's definitely feeling the worn tires. Strategy-wise, it was good enough to make up a few positions. Clark against Lipscomb. This fight is cooking for quite long as well. This overtaking, reverse overtaking. Lipscomb stays in front for now. Is Clark able to make a move on the main straight? He's close on slipstream, he's gaining. Is it enough to make an attack in turn 1 into the center SS? Lipscomb is blocking the inside line. And overtaking around the outside in the center SS never works. And so Clark has to look for another spot. But now he has the inside line. But the straight line speed of the Scirocco is good enough to even counter this attempt. And this is what GTRC WTCC is about. Close door-to-door racing. A little bit of a push here from Clark to Lipscomb. And if these two guys continue fighting, there's a BMW right behind them, looking for his chance. Joker must have had a mistake on this lap. Back behind Page. He's currently completing the top 10. Wake with another penalty. One race for him. Joe Witt shoved off Langstadler and is now in the final lap immediately behind Will Sutters. If we're gonna see attack, we definitely see it in Sector 2. This is where the Scirocco should have his advantage. Tight line here from Witt. Now having a real close look under Sutter's gearbox. But I think it is not enough. Sutters should be victorious in the first race. Lexus should have enough power. And so it is. Will Sutters, first race winner of season 11, followed by Joe Witt. Langstadler, brilliant result in the Peugeot. Second Peugeot and completing a brilliant result for Team Spirit, Kubinski. Sereo will finish P5. Clark, Lipscomb and Devil 6, 7, 8. Lucas Wake will definitely not be happy with that one. P9 for him. And Joker made it back in front of Page. And the good news for Joker is... oh no, we have Lipscomb. But P2 in the Tom Coronel trophy. P10 on his debut. Followed by Page. Both of them delivered us brilliant battles on track. So Sutters with the race win. Let's screenshot his results. And change the lobby. Race to Interlagos reverse grid. So just waiting for Joe to check in so we can make the grid order. There he is. So it will be Setters on the back, Witt on P10, Langstadler P9, pole for Page, this one I have to check if it's Lipscomb or Clark. So yeah, grid order is right. So the well-known GTRC format, reverse start, rolling start for the second race, same rules. And we saw that a lot of strategies turned out in the end quite well. I think the top guys who not change the tires definitely did the right decision to change them. For Sereo, I think he took a bit of an advantage as he maneuvered himself out of traffic, and of course benefited a bit by luck that there was the pile up between Devil, Wake and all these guys who lost a bit of time. Two minutes till we start. I think this opener so far gave us a great impression what we can expect this season. We had awesome fights all over the grid. I mean, we had even a big fight for the entire race between Page and Joker for P10. And that is absolutely insane to see. This is what we want to see. Definitely one for the battle of the day because it was so long. And yeah, in the end, every point counts. And that is what we want to see and what they gave us today. I think overall we had a great appetizer for the rest of the season. Let's check if these guys are ready. So we're expecting a bit more than that. So let's go for race number 2. Rolling start. So the advantage of the rear-wheel driven cars is not as big as it is in race 1. Will we see any attacks on the sprint to turn 1? Wake is setting Joker under pressure. Devil with a bit of a power slide. Immediately feels the pressure from Lipscomb behind him. Overall solid start. Everyone made it easy through turn 1. Joker lost the position against Wake, and Wake is immediately also ahead of Page. Three wide here between Lipscomb, Devil. Also Sereo is getting involved. Touched a bit off the AstroTurf, almost lost the car. And Wake is trying to pull away. Joker currently on P2. Is Lipscomb preparing an attack? He is. Immediately aims for the inside line. And made the move even before the finish line. Devil early pit stop. Trying to go for the massive undercut. We saw this in previous season. Getting out of the traffic. And if he's not changing tires again, it can definitely work. The only disadvantage you have is that your tires are worn in the end. But most of the rear-wheel driven cars haven't pitted anyway. So currently 2 Scirocco's leading. Lucas Wake in front of Tom Lipscomb. Followed by Joker. Someone picked up a penalty, and it's Kubinski with half a second penalty. Then we have the four-way fight between Witt, Sutters, Sereo, and Sereo came out of this fight on P10. Very, very unlucky, had the outside line. Joker dropped down to P6. What happened to him? With overtaking Kubinski, who's still struggling on the penalty. Sereo with the move against Page. Tom Lipscomb definitely able to go the pace with Lucas Wake. Clark made a huge step after the start on P3.
Also Joe Witt. Kubinski P5. Now with race winner Will Sutters in his rear mirrors. Very, very close gaps overall. Then it's BMW against BMW, Sereo and Joker. Page almost lost the car here in the grass.
Great catch from him. But sitting on half a second penalty. Wake seems to be a bit quicker in Sector 2. But Lipscomb has then the slipstream on both long straights. But he's not gaining. Pretty interesting. Fastest lap from Witt at the moment. Who are in the chase of the top two. First flying lap. Must have had a mistake. Maybe picked up a 3-second pit lane penalty. Haven't seen it. But at least a 43 is not good for taking advantage out of the early pit stop. Getting closer to the top two. Witt in his tow, a 2-second gap to Sutters. Kubinski picked up another penalty and is now losing his P6 to his teammate. Sereo at the moment not able to keep the pace the front runners. Next guy in the pits is Page in the Hyundai Genesis. Wasn't shown correctly. 37.9 was his flying lap. This one 39, 37. Oh, this game is pretty accurate. Lucas Wake picked up a half-second penalty and will probably lose 3 positions on this penalty. So the guys who are sitting behind him are definitely having a smile in their face seeing this red 0.5 above him. And in the blink of an eye he's losing 2 positions, going now into the pits to not lose even more momentum. It's definitely a good idea. Picked up a 3-second penalty, must be pit lane violation. So Lipscomb now in the lead, followed by Clark and Witt. So overall it looks like the Scirocco is really great on this track. time Witt picked up the half-second penalty. Might bring Sutters a bit closer to him. Sereo on P6, 1.5 second down to Langstadler. Zweig and also Kubinski pitted. Bunch of cars going into the pits. Let's see if we see anyone jump each other in the pits. Lipscomb a bit better on fuel than the rest. Clark and Lipscomb refueled really short. And Lipscomb stayed on the worn tires. Interesting, is now 3.5 seconds, almost 4 seconds ahead of Clark. With the undercut on P4, immediately on the rear of his teammate. Kubinski under pressure from Joker here. Don't know how accurate his lap times are shown because of 150. It's pretty much not what you want. Devil seems to struggle a bit with the car here around Interlagos. Really nervous on the rear. Six more laps to go. Still leading, but the gap is shrinking. Clark is really quick at the moment. Seconds left, and they have the fresh material while Lipscomb might get in trouble with his tires to the end. And also interesting how Clark and Witt will manage the fuel, because pit stop wise looked a bit short. See, compared to his teammate, Witt is much short on fuel. Sutter is currently on P5, looking to find a way back to maybe get a chance for another podium. And Sereo is getting pressure from Kubinski. surprised that there was a 150. So 12 seconds time loss. That is quite a lot. He's less than 12 seconds behind the leader. He's now going for the attempt. Outside line is difficult against Joker. Joker lost the car on the grass. It's now dirty tires. And Lipskamp must have had a bigger mistake and picked up a half-second penalty. Clark is now in the lead, followed by Joe. Then we have Lucas. 1v3 Lipskamp. After the penalty on P4, is Sutters able to get in striking range? It doesn't look like he is. Sereo, tough defense here against Kubinski. Now has the inside line. No chance to defend here for Sereo. Struggles a bit with the rear and the Rowan tires. Still feeling the pressure from Joe Witt. 3 laps and a bit to go. Having a look, trying it around the outside. But like I said before, it is almost impossible to make an overtake around the outside in the Sennas. That's why he's backing out, looking for a better opportunity. Wake picked up a second penalty. And this is really painful. This is definitely enough for Sutters to get on the podium. Is playing it smart. Always having his car on the inside line. It must take a lot of momentum here out of this final corner. And now he might be close enough. He needs to complete that overtake on the straight. Of the slipstream early, now side by. But still, again, not enough to overtake him. Needs to. That might be the move. Witt made it, but Clark is going for the switchback. brilliant fight here for the lead and for the win in this race. Well, we have 1.5 laps to go. See, Wake dropped down to P5 with his penalty. So even Langstadler jumped him. Lipskamp under pressure from Sereo. And Kubinski must have had a bigger incident. At a 140, lost the position against Sereo. Joker P10, Page P11. And Clark heading into the final lap as leader. But Witt is close again. Witt is close again, and he did it in turn 4 before. He is close enough. He's going for the inside line. Side by side, and this time he doesn't give Clark the opportunity to make the switch back. Final lap, change for the lead. Doesn't look like Witt is giving up this lead till the finish line. Clark is not close enough. It's gonna be Joe Witt for Phantom S Racing, being victorious in race 2. Clark on P2, Sutters P3, 2 podiums for him. Langstadler P4, Wake P5, Sereo P6. Devil P9 will receive a 3-second penalty for spinning over the line. So congratulations, brilliant Super Mario suit here for Joe. Let's take another screenshot. Fastest lap for Kubinski. So he will definitely not be happy with this result. And that was round 1 of the season opener. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see each other next week. Watkins Glen is the venue, so we're staying on the American continent, just to the northern side this time. So see you next week, see you on the Discord.